Hi and welcome. Today we're at Heretic Feed and Seed in Hopewell, Virginia. We're going to be talking about gifts for the home gardener. You know, this is a great feed and seed store, and many of you have something like this where you live. And you might not think of it for gifts for the home gardener, but this is a great place to find lots of different things that the gardener in your life might like. We're here with Tim Heretic, one of the owners of Heretic Feed and Seed. You also have a location in Petersburg, don't you?
Yes, we do, Chris.
And you know, one of the things that's great here, you all have feed and seed stores in general do such a great job of customer service. And we were talking about the seed counter here that you sell seeds at. Tell me a little bit about what you do here.
Well, the biggest thing for us is we know everybody's garden is a different size. So when you come in and you tell us the size of the garden, we can actually tell you how much you need. So we can weigh it up in bulk. We have the capability of working with large gardens or small gardens. It's not just the little packets that you buy at the grocery store.
Well, that's great. So I see the counter here. I see all the seeds, the carrots, the radishes. You've got the lima beans. This is the Thorogreen variety. Look at this, a whole drawer full of seeds right here. So you just got the scale, weigh it up. You don't find that too many other places.
Our staff here is pretty educated. They generally know exactly how much fits the size of your garden. So as long as you come in and you can tell us the size of the garden, we can fit you with the right amount of seed so you don't have a bunch of waste.
That's great. I know a lot of feed and seed stores also sell maybe some tools and some equipment. I know you've got some we want to look at here. I'd see you've got lots of equipment here. A great big tiller.
Well, Chris, we try to have stuff for all size gardens, like I was saying about the garden seed. So if you just have a little box garden, obviously a smaller tiller, and this happens to be by Echo, what you can do with this is it's very light. It's an easy start unit, like for young ladies or even some of the older people that just don't have that big a garden, so it's very versatile. Or there are some people that still have the huge gardens.
Yeah.
We can go back to the old style. This is the big red, of course. If you've got an acre garden, this is a lifesaver. It really is.
Yeah.
But this isn't always comparable for most everybody else. A lot of the urban gardens now need something a little bit smaller. That little tiller really does the job.
Tim, what happens if one of these units break down?
Chris, that's a good question that you asked, because a lot of big boxes are where people are picking up their equipment now. They don't have a service group. When you're buying these from most of the smaller places, much like ours, we actually have a dedicated staff that actually work on these pieces of equipment to keep them working. There's nothing any more frustrating than owning a piece of equipment and you can't use it.
I agree. Love this, love the service, love the equipment. Let's go look at some of the plants that you might have.
Sounds great.
Well, Tim, you got a great greenhouse here. I know when you think about gardening and vegetables, you all sell a lot of fertilizers and seeds and things in there, but you also sell plants and onion sets and sweet potato slips. That's what kind of makes a feed and seed store unique, right?
Well, that's true, Chris, but the one thing that kind of makes us unique is the fact that most everything that we bring in is started locally. For instance, obviously we've got huge mums this time of year because it's the fall. You don't see too many vegetable plants, but even in the springtime when this house is completely full of vegetable plants, all of it is locally grown, so we go with varieties that not only people know, but things that grow in this area. And that's really what's important. You have to make sure that you acclimate the plant to your environment.
Right.
So personally, I don't care for these guys that are bringing things in from Florida or Georgia or something like that. I want something that's grown in Virginia soil, that's proven to grow in Virginia soil.
Got it. Love it. It makes sense. A lot of your employees are gardeners themselves. They know what they're doing. Their advice is good.
Well, that is true. We've been doing it for a lot of years. And we learn not only from our customers, but we also learn from our own experiences what best grows in this area. And that's the things that we tend to push, or things that we know will perform, because we want your garden to turn out as good as ours.
That's great. Well, Tim, thank you so much for letting us visit here today and see some of the things that a feed and seed store sells, what it looks like, and what people can find there.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the time.
Well, for more information about feed and seed stores and what you can find there, talk to your local master gardener and find out where they like to shop. From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.